This movie might have an audience. It's not me. I don't know how many people are gonna watch this review because everybody and their mama is reviewing this movie, but my shit might fall down the totem pole, but I gotta speak on this, y'all. So I don't come across as a hater, I want to point out the positives, okay? I went to go see Shang-Chi, which I thought that's how you say it, but I guess it's pronounced Shang-Chi. Shang-Chi. I say Shang-Chi, shit. I still say Gyro. I'm from New York. It's supposed to be hero. I say Gyro, okay? We pronounce shit differently. Shang-Chi and The Legend of the Ten Rings is a movie that I was excited about. You know why? Because I grew up in the 80s with the Shaw Brothers Kung Fu joints, the Five Deadly Venoms, Shaolin Master Killer, Shaolin vs. the Llama, The Drunken Master. I grew up on these movies, The 18 Bronzemen, Kid with the Golden Arm. So I love Kung Fu cinema. And when I saw the trailer, I'm thinking, Kung Fu cinema. With the MCU, this movie cannot lose. I'm gonna get to my positives first, okay? So I don't sound like a total hater. The positives, the fights were choreographed very well. Okay, I did enjoy the Kung Fu fights when they did happen. The special effects were on point. The end of the movie kind of saved it for me. And this is not a spoiler, but the end of the movie saved it for me because I was going to give this movie a low grade. But because the movie ended on a high note where it was exciting, I was on the edge of my seat a little bit. I give it that. The performances weren't that bad. Okay, especially the friend, Shang-Chi's friend. I guess it's supposed to be his platonic friend, but we all knew that that was his lady. I don't know why they was fronting for her. I thought she was good. So those are my positives. It looked good. It was filmed very good. Special effects were good. The fight scenes were good. That's where I'm gonna stop. Shang-Chi and the Legend of the Ten Dragons was whack. I do not hate the movie though. I don't hate it all the way. Alright, I don't hate it to the point where I'm like, man, fuck this movie, I'll never watch it again. There were some good moments, like I said. There were some moments where I thought was cool. It did kind of put a smile on my face. But for the most part, this movie was whack. And I was sleeping through a good duration of it. Like, that second act, yeah, I even caught myself snoring. Word. I'm sitting there. You know how when you can hear yourself snoring, you're like, oh shit, I wonder if anybody heard me. I sit near the bottom, right? I sit like a row away, well, 2 rows away from the screen because I can't see that good. And it was a big crowd up top, so I'm pretty sure they heard my ass. I did one of those numbers a few times. The movie put me to sleep because I might be tripping, but it just seemed like endless exposition scene after exposition scene after exposition scene. After a fight happens, they have to explain this shit. After something else happens, they have to explain that shit. Exposition all the fucking time. And then the whole thing with the Mandarin, I don't even know what to call him. He's supposed to be the Mandarin, but he kind of retconned the name. The name does not exist as a whack-ass name. Don't even call me that. That's insulting. Don't call me that shit. I guess that's an offensive term to Asians. I don't want to be insensitive. I don't know. But I remember the Mandarin from the comics. He was Iron Man's arch nemesis. All right. Don't call him the Mandarin. Okay, what the fuck do I call you? Old man with the 10 rings? Like, what the hell do I call you? So this movie basically is about Shang-Chi, the title character, having daddy issues. Okay? The only good people in his life was his mama, his auntie, and his sister, who he ended up being estranged from. His daddy wasn't shit. All his daddy taught him was how to kill, how to be this killing machine. That's all he taught him. The best things about him he learned from his mama and his auntie. So now, I gotta address the elephant in the room, and I hate to sound like a broken record, but Marvel has been doing this lately, and I'm starting to notice it more and more, how they are taking the women and pushing them up front, and they're taking the men and pulling them to the back. This is called Shang-Chi, okay? This is not called whatever the sister's name is, which I thought she was good, by the way. But if you want to make a movie, or if you want to make a feminist movie like that, then don't call it Shang-Chi. Call it whatever his sister's name was. And I could live with that, okay? I enjoy Black Widow. Why? Because the movie was called Black Widow. It's supposed to be a feminist movie. It's supposed to be about her kicking ass as a woman, all right? I loved it. I could live with it. Cool. When the movie's called Shang-Chi, and you take a back seat in your own movie where your sister outshines you. His mortal friend, the girlfriend, outshined him. The only thing he did cool was the shit at the end of the movie. That was it. I can't name. Okay, besides the scene that we did see in the trailer in the train, that part was cool. Okay, he did kick ass in that one. But other than that, I can't think of really no memorable moments with him where I'd be like, yo, that's that nigga. Whenever I watch an MCU joint, I have to say that's that nigga. When you watch Iron Man, Tony Stark was that nigga. When you watch Captain America, Steve Rogers was that nigga. When you watch Black Panther, even though he had a female army, all right, an all-female army of warriors, but T'Challa was that nigga. Shang-Chi is not that nigga. He's not. Shang-Chi is that dude that don't know his own strength, okay? Even though he can kick ass, but he holds back. He's like Neo, I guess he holds back. But at least Neo was able to flourish at that. He was able to strut. Shang-Chi never strutted, okay? He never showed his badassery in full glory. He had some kick-ass moments, but he never showed his badassery in his full glory. His sister did. And the whole thing about, well, my father, that's all he taught me was how to be a killer. My mom was the one that taught me right. So now, not only does this movie take men and say, fucking pull y'all back, but then it just dismisses fathers. Man, he was a bad father, he was a bad dude. Why? And I don't go looking for this shit, but it's in my face. It's hit me all over the place. I'm trying to duck it and dodge it. No, I want to see it different from what it is. No, but you keep hitting me in the fucking face with it. I seem a little passionate because this is a movie I really wanted to love. And the only thing I could think of is I wish the Shaw brothers would have got a hold of this back in the day. You know what I'm saying? If you give the Shaw brothers at Marvel money, they would put together a fucking kung fu masterpiece. All right? Because, okay, as cheesy as those movies were, they are cheesy, but you can't front. They told some good-ass stories. All right? 18 Bronze Men killed the Golden Arm, 5 Deadly Venoms, the Crippled Avengers. They told some good-ass fucking stories. The story here was whack. They spent majority of the movie exposition shit. All right? And then the whole thing with you know what pissed me off too? Okay, when the sister was saying how she couldn't train with the men, she couldn't train with the brothers or whatever, so she had to watch them and then learn from them and then make it better. So yeah, I'm gonna watch everything you do, but I'm gonna make it better. Girl power, and I'm gonna start my own empire. And I guess it sets up to have the whole girl army shit. This movie might have an audience. It's not me. It has some highlights, yeah, so I can't shit on the movie all the way. But as an overall experience, I felt let down. And yeah, this is a spoiler, I gotta say, because if you go into this movie expecting Abomination, you're not gonna get that. What you saw in the trailer is what you got in the movie. You see Abomination one fucking time, and he was gone. Whack. I was so disappointed. I think that's the main word I'm looking for. I'm so disappointed in this movie because I really wanted to love it. I really wanted to go back to the childhood joy that I had watching these kung fu movies, as cheesy as they were. I wanted to mind a cheesy Shang-Chi movie. Say that quick 3 times. I wouldn't have minded a cheesy Shang-Chi movie. I would have took a cheesy one over this any day. Any day. Give me a decent story with some mediocre acting and some badass kung fu. I could live with that. Alright? So don't look at me and be like, Rashad, you sound like you're misogynist. Or no, I'm not. Well, either if I say I'm not, you're gonna think it anyway. Like I said, I love Black Widow. Because Black Widow was a feminist movie. It was supposed to be a feminist movie. It's about Black Widow. This is Shang-Chi. It's okay to have a strong supporting cast, but at the end of the day, he is the main character. Show me that you're that nigga. Show me that you're going to be one of the ones that's going to take the MCU into the fucking stratosphere. I'm starting to lose hope for the MCU at this point, man. So I guess Captain Marvel's going to be the leader. The new Black Widow's going to be second in command. Shang-Chi's sister, it's going to be an all-girls group. And the dude's going to be in the background waiting for the women to save the day, and they be back there tomorrow. Yes, girl power. Fuck that. What's wrong with being alpha? Kiss my ass. How long have I been going for? I gotta wrap this up. Shang-Chi and the Legend of the Ten Rings gets a fucking C- from me. I would have gave it a D, but I have to applaud the special effects, the kung fu, and just the way the movie looked. It's a beautiful looking movie. But other than that, that's where it ends. That's where it stays. You know. And shout out to my boy, Baby Drago, Florian Montano. Yeah, Victor Drago from Creed 2 was in this movie as the guy with the one arm with the blade and shit. I thought he was cool. They didn't give him a whole lot to do. He was just a dumbass henchman. C- is what I got for Shang-Chi. I'm very disappointed. I really wanted to like this movie, but yeah. That's what I got. What did you guys think about it? Comment freely below. Let me know what you thought. If you like and dig this content, hit that like and subscribe notification bell in the corner. This is Rashad G signing out. See you in the next video.